Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of pro competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the game between the Washington Redskins and the New England Patriots. And we get a victory, finally, against Bill Belichick. This and much, much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, John?
Yo, 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 what's up?
Excellent! Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, numero 591. That's the 500 and Ryan Kerrigan episode.
Absolutely.
And
future head coach.
Future head coach. No,
future
Jennifer
head coach
King.
of the Washington football team.
He's the future defensive coordinator to Jennifer King's tutelage.
So you're saying we've still got Ron Rivera and JDR
Yep.
mucking stuff up. But we still won. We beat the lowly Patriots and their yelling dude, that's their quarterback that yells at everybody. We won by 3.
We did.
Woo.
I'd like
So
to...
we're now 4-5.
What's going on here? I'd like to give a shout out to everyone that's already joined us in the chat room. Chen in Nova Scotia, DJ Cool4 over on YouTube.
Nova Scotia said until January 6th. Is that the day?
Ian28 is over in Discord.
January 8th. It's January 8th. That's the day that we fire them. That we fire them if they don't get fired beforehand. Because our former dog, especially your former dog, Antonio Pierce, who I was mad, but you were really mad that we let him go. And he went to the Giants, all teams, afterwards. Had a great day, like coach of the Raiders as their new coach.
Yeah, he beat the
him.
Giants, who are
that
down.
helped us out too. And he beat that team that he spurred us for because we wouldn't offer him enough money.
Yeah, and the Giants apparently have a coach now, or a quarterback now named Danny DeVito or something like that.
They got some quarterback named DeVito because Tyrod Taylor's on injured reserve, so he's out. Daniel Jones, what he tore his ACL,
I think. Yeah, so here's the deal.
Crazy.
Here's how I see this before we get into talking about the game. Here's how I see this rolling out with Ron Rivera and JDR and the firing situation. If we lose to the Seahawks, who I hate this week.
A lot of us do.
If we lose to those dudes and, lose pretty bad, and then we get beat by the Giants again at home, who don't even have a quarterback, with us there, it could be a repeat of when you and I saw the Giants.
Norvell's last game.
And the next day, a coach of ours got fired mid-season.
He got fired while we were driving back to New York City.
Yeah. Yes, and it was awesome.
That was just a terrible 24 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Man.
We bring it up quite a bit. Can you guys hear me all right on YouTube and on Discord? Because I know we've been having issues ever since I moved my office down to my sunroom down here.
Yeah,
the sunroom
nice
at Harry Hog Football West. Anyway, hopefully you guys can hear me. I turned it up a little bit because Chen in Nova Scotia's he's about to get muted again. 2 weeks in a row, dude. He's gonna get timeout if he doesn't stop messing with me. I'm fragile, man. I'm fragile.
Oh, that's right. He was from Texas originally. I forgot about that. He put up his Texas Rangers, former Washington Senators, World Series champions on his his avatar in our chat room. And if you guys want to go to our Redskins fans only chat room, Washington football team, Commanders, stupid name.
Hopefully Hopefully to
check us out
change
at
very soon.
url.com/HarryHF. That's HARRYHF. Check it out, man.
Yeah, let's talk about this game. I thought the team played great.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they played great. Like, we deserved to be winning that game, like, I don't know, 28-7 at halftime, and due to stupid fumble and interception, we, of course, were losing. But I just had a feeling, I even posted it in Discord, I was like, we're winning this game. Like, it was one of those games where we were winning it even though the score wasn't showing it. It was just like setbacks keeping us from winning. And then, but still, overall, I felt that way through the game. But still, at the end, like, Eric Bieniemy, like, couldn't find a way to get a first down. And he's still, like, why does he... this is the second or third time this year he's done this. We need a first down or maybe 2 first downs to run out all the time. And he'll throw a bomb. Like, they're going deep down the field. We don't need that. We don't need to score.
I remember when that play started up and Sam Howell went back and you could see him winding up. And I was like, he's going yard. Yeah. We need like 3 yards and he's going yard on this play. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, we don't need to do that. 10 yards wins us the game.
I get it. I remember Joe Gibbs 1.0 back in the 80s would, like, sometimes he'd start off a game on the very first play and go for a bomb and see if it worked out.
Okay. I don't have
I can get it, but in the fourth quarter, when you're just trying to run the clock to end the game with you as the victor, quit passing the freaking ball.
Yeah. Just look at the clock. Like, Terry knew. He stayed in bounds. He caught that pass and, like, slid down and said, wind the clock. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, he did.
Why can't the coaches? Like, what is up with this?
Yeah. Well, we've got, 9 more games left of Ron and Co. and the Martys and JDR.
Eric Bieniemy is getting better, though. He ran a lot more runs this week. A lot more. Like,
I was going to say that, yeah. I think the same thing. He did do a lot more runs, and I thought for the second week in a row, his play call has been improving. So we'll keep an eye on him. Everybody else is going to get fired, though.
Everybody else. So let's see what happened here. Let's go.
Everybody.
I'm looking on this. Fired. Do they show how many runs we had in here? Rushing. Carries.
We had 29 runs total. Yeah.
29 runs to 45 passes. That's a little better. It's about, 2 to 1? Not
45 passes?
A little under 2 to 1. But it's better than when we had like 55 passes and like 6 runs or whatever it was.
So, yeah, 30 and 45. So that's like 40% run, 60% passing.
You do the math, John.
Do the math.
I'm going to throw out a random
Josh, you do the math, Josh.
I'm going to throw out a
I called it.
What was it, dude?
69, dudes!
How many % runs did we do?
69, dudes!
How many % passing did we have, dude?
69, dudes!
Anyway.
Oh, man. I mean, there were some really great things in this game. Brian Robinson had the odd fumble. That was weird. Sam Howell had a terrible pick in the end zone. But they both came back. Brian Robinson scored a touchdown. Sam Howell threw a touchdown after that. I think it was after that.
He threw a super nice touchdown to Jahan Dotson, who I thought was going to drop it, Mr. 50-50.
Yeah, I remember when that happened because I was just like, you know what? It's almost like when he gets a catch like that and he doesn't think about it. It's like if he thinks about the catch, he messes it up. But if he just like instinctively goes for the catch, he seems to be okay.
Dude, let's talk about Sam Howell for a few minutes. There are a few plays in this game that made me start thinking maybe this dude is going to be the guy. Because he had that pass. He had the butt cheek play where he ran for like 26 yards.
Butt cheek play. Man, yeah.
And
20 it was like Super Bowl 17. We needed 23 yards and he got 24. Just like Art Monk did in that game.
Somehow.
Super Bowl 22. It was Super Bowl 22, my bad.
Because he was hit
That he
like 8
somehow got
yards
enough.
earlier, and then he like bounced off dudes. It looked a little bit
He
like
bounced
Josh
off
Allen.
2 dudes.
So he had that, and then the third play that I thought was amazing. There are a few other ones, but the third one that's on the top of my mind right now is when he was rolling to his right, looking for someone, and then he throws it back to the left. And as soon as I see that arm cross his body, I'm like, no!
You're like,
And
no, it's Taylor Heineke again. He's still across field. It's going to get picked.
And then I think it was Pringle caught it.
Pringle got the first down.
Dude, that guy comes in and makes like 2 to 3 good catches a game, and then he sits on the bench.
He had a very good game.
Yeah, what did he have? Let me look at the stats.
He went 3 for 55 on 26 yards. Like he got some of the
26 for his longest.
It was Samuel was out, and so Pringle got some of his stuff. De'Ami Brown was on field a little bit more, so he got some of his stuff. Playing out of the slot.
Crowder was in again too. Dude, is Milne officially cut? We need to officially cut him. Because there's no way
we
he
need to do the same thing on like January 8th, and we cut all the coaches finally. We got to be in Dax Milne, cut. Troy Apke, trap, cut.
Why are those guys hanging around like hemorrhoids? They need to be gone. They need to be removed. The doctor said, bad news, you're going to need some surgery for your hemorrhoids, and they need to cut them out of the team. They're gone.
Oh, dude.
Yeah?
What was up with KJ Henry having the textbook sack, the first sack of his NFL career? Perfect play. It was third down. He hit the quarterback, landed with his knee on the ground, so his weight did not land on the quarterback.
His weight was on his own knee to the right side of the quarterback.
Yeah, the right side of the quarterback. That's where his knee went down, and they were just like, oh, and they threw the flags.
That was Brian Mitchell said it was the stupidest play in football, or stupidest call he's ever seen.
It's one of the stupidest calls that I have ever seen.
That was
because I get it. They don't want the quarterbacks jumped on. They don't want the quarterbacks getting pounded into the ground. I get it, but he didn't do that.
No,
he stopped himself above him and then rolled off like over him. But he stopped himself with the knee. What else do you need to do?
And the refs were like, we like to see a zebra roll or something like that. And I'm like, what the heck is that? Dude did not. He couldn't have done it better. And been more gentle with his violence.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you want these guys to be violent, but you have to be gentle about it. Why don't you just put a flag on the quarterback? Be done with it. Just give him a flag. Quarterback is flag. That's it.
I know, give him a flag on each hip and a flag, I don't know, probably here on his chest and maybe one on the back. No, you don't want to put it there because people might hit him there. So you've got to protect everything from the shoulders up and everything from the waist down.
Yeah.
So what does that leave us with the quarterback?
And here's the other thing that sucks about quarterbacks with that and how it's not fair. If they go to try to sack the dude and they're gentle with him, he'll just throw it what should be intentional grounding and they don't even call it unless it's us.
Yeah. Well, that intentional grounding on us was a bad call. But it wasn't as bad as the call on KJ Henry's hit. That was just awful.
No, I'm just saying, if you don't hit them and you're just trying to contain them and be gentle on your sack, then they'll just go and throw it, and then that's it. So what are you supposed to do?
I mean, it is a contact sport. As much as they're trying to get rid of every single contact that goes to the quarterback, it's a contact sport. Sometimes they're going to get hit.
It's a contact sport. Deal with it. Don't be a quarterback if you can't deal with it.
I swear on that thing, I was just like, these guys, it's like the ghost of Tom Brady still running around you.
Maybe X Factor can look that up. He lost us on YouTube?
I believe it was the first victory at Foxborough.
Am I off on YouTube? He said we're not on YouTube. What the heck? Says we're streaming.
Oh, it has to be because people have unless it's not working.
Oh, maybe it was him.
Maybe. Because we've been getting stuff on there. If you go into if you're watching here and people are putting up emojis and they're flying around on a screen, dude, it's probably something like that because they have to do that in there.
All right, they said we're back. Maybe there was some glitch. Because it says I have 0 dropped frames, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it says they just lost us on YouTube, but we're back now. All right, dude, sorry about that.
Man, you guys give me more heart attacks than the team. I swear. This stupid technology. Just work! Wait, now the sound just went away on John. What? Oh my gosh. If Chin in Nova Scotia is joking. Guess what he gets for 2 weeks in a row? Oh, where is it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
He's going to try to get suspended every week.
Time out.
You can see the football flying around. So apparently we had a little bit of thing there with YouTube. I blame YouTube myself.
Chen's in timeout 2 weeks straight. Oh my gosh. It wasn't on there, though. It wasn't on there, though. And then he got timed out in the middle of typing that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway.
Oh man.
And then Big Nuts in there, and he put him. You can't see this on the chat room, but if you're in Discord, you would see Big Nut has put a meme in there, and it says "You're in a timeout," and has a guy standing in the corner,
like in the corner of a. It looks like an elevator or something.
Maybe
just weird room.
Anyway, where was I before these guys started messing with me hardcore?
We were talking about KJ Henry and that awful call and all that stuff. I mean, it really did seem like Tom Brady was out there when you saw Mac Jones running around yelling at people and getting BS calls, BR calls like that.
Mac Jones, was he a first or second round pick? He was kind of high up there, wasn't he?
He was high up enough that they thought he would be okay, but he also doesn't have good receivers.
He sucks. He missed a couple of wide open dudes. Like, you can't tell me. I mean, you're gonna tell me this that he was, but just judging by their play, you can't tell me that Mac Jones was drafted above Sam Howell, because he was a first round exit. Because Sam Howell just looks leaps and bounds past him as far as, like, I don't want to say skill, but experience, like just how he handles himself, like on the field.
Which is weird because, Sam Howell was sitting here watching, of all people, Carson Wentz doing his thing first round. So it's not like he really was able to watch that guy at the beginning of last season doing too much that he would be able to learn from. And then Taylor Heineke came in and, he's got that same scramble ability, butt cheek play as Sam Howell does. So maybe he learned from watching Taylor Heineke.
Dude, people have been putting these stats of Sam Howell up in our chat room ever since the game.
Yeah, he's like what, second or third in yards this year?
Dude, he has more yards than like Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I mean, we did throw the ball like 80% of the time 2 weeks ago.
That is true.
Like 4 out of 5 plays, and this time it was 60%. So that was pretty good.
Yeah, but look at this stat.
But, I mean,
someone put this up right before the podcast. I'm going to scroll up and look at it. It was from Big Nut. Oh, no, that wasn't. That was something else. It was from...
Was this crap from Robert Henson?
Oh, it was from Big Nut.
Former linebacker, cup of coffee player who has two tackles with the Washington Redskins, and joked all the Redskins fans about working at McDonald's because he's cool because he's a football player, and Redskins fans suck because they work at McDonald's and stuff like that. That's why he only was on the team for 1 year.
I don't understand what he's saying. Yep, funny y'all put Haskins and RG3 on a clock, but waiting with Howell? What does that mean? What are we
That's
waiting
a good question.
on? Dude,
he said a whole bunch of things that made absolutely no sense. Then he started getting trashed, and so we threw out the race card because that's what trashy people do.
Okay, whatever. I don't even want to talk about that dude. He sucked.
Two tackles ever, and he got cut because he was joking the fans.
Yeah, forget that guy. Let's go back to what I was really wanting to talk about.
Robert.
And this is from JP Finley, and he says, and Big Nut posted this in Discord, which you can join at Discord. All right, tinyurl.com/HarryHF and join the conversation with us and our compadres. Is that compatriots? No, comrades.
Our compadres.
Whatever.
Our
friends, amigos. Okay. How about this? Sam Howell eclipsed 2,500 passing yards, becoming the first Washington quarterback in franchise history to reach that in his first 10 career games. Howell is 12th quarterback all time to surpass that milestone in 10 or less career games, and the first to do so since Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert in 2020.
Those two guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
And he's the first person to do that since then. I'm telling you, I mean, people didn't want to give him the time of day because it was the 5th round pick.
He's the 12th
person
week, ever.
Every week we keep getting more and more stuff about him. I mean, even Kenny Ken in our Discord channel has finally been like, all right, I'm starting to see it with Hal now. I'm starting to figure it out.
Yeah,
because he was just like, he's just, dude, I don't know what he's doing. Everyone else is just like, dude, he's passing the eye test.
For some reason, we've lost the Discord in the chat ninja. I don't know why. It's like nothing always. So Chin is back and he's typing, but it's not coming. Oh, there it comes. It's just taking.
There he goes.
Weird.
Here he goes.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on. All right, he's back. He's out of timeout.
I mean, he's the best quarterback that we've got at least since Kirk Cousins.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see what he does because in the last 2 games
and butt fumble.
And I wanted to talk about this too. Is it a coincidence that Sam Howell has gotten better with the whole sack thing, and that coincided when Nick Gates was benched? So Nick Gates, I'm speculating here, but I'm thinking that Nick Gates was the person responsible for calling protections, which is sometimes done by the center and it's sometimes done by the quarterback. But I'm thinking with a rookie quarterback, Sam Howell, you're going to have a veteran center calling the protections, and he gets benched.
Busy going bang your head to this kind of thing.
Dude, did you notice that Tyler Larson started doing that a little bit too? He started doing that head shake that Josh hates. Maybe Sam Howell likes that and he was used to it.
There's I'm telling you, the more you watch the NFL, you're going to see more people doing it. Like I said in the other podcast, I'm like, other centers do that.
I think it should be illegal.
Other teams, it's just nothing you ever pay attention to because you don't care about the Raiders or you don't care about I don't know, Minnesota.
I don't care about anyone except the Skins.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, he sucks, but why is Wiley still? Chris Paul has been doing great. He's been doing great.
Chris Paul has been doing great. But we've got Wiley,
who sucks.
Who was okay in this game. I think he had one play that was really bad.
Yeah, he was.
That I remember. But I mean, we've got Cornelius Lucas just sitting on the bench.
Big Luke. They say, I think I heard someone say with dudes that big, they can't play whole games without risking injury because they're just so big. So they have to use them sparingly. That dude's huge, man.
No, you know who's huge?
Ridgeway.
John Ridgeway. John Ridgeway is a hoss and a half.
Dude, he's been
he's
roiding
like
it up.
a sumo wrestler.
Like, I thought I was getting fat. That dude's gotten huge over the last 2 years, man.
Yeah, he's got nothing but getting more weight on him.
That dude,
I like that guy
I'm like,
more and
who
more
is
every
that
time I see him on
super
TV.
huge hoss out there? And you were like, who do you think it is? It's Ridgeway.
I know, you were like, who is that? I don't recognize him. I'm like, who do you think, dude? It's Ridgeway.
Oh my gosh, Ridgeway. He blocks 2 gaps by himself, man. He's huge.
He's a big dude, man.
He's a hoss.
Hopefully he's going to get better and better because I know it was a 9th or a 7th round pick with Dallas. But I mean, that's cool. And I think Jabril Cox making it into the – I don't think he had any stats, but I thought he might have been on the active roster.
He's a Cowboy, so I don't care.
Well, he's not anymore. He's a Washington football team guy.
Spy. No, actually, I'm giving him some credit. I'm not going to give him as hard a time as other Cowboys that have come to the team because he actually decided to go to our practice squad over Dallas's practice squad because, I don't know, because maybe he hates Dallas.
It's 'cause Dallas sucks.
Yeah, I can't stand them. Chin and
Speaking
timeout.
of other
New name.
Speaking of other things in the game, Emmanuel Forbes played, and he played pretty well, I thought.
He was better. He had a couple of nice plays there.
As a matter of fact, and Quan, of course, got that interception at the end of the game. So our first 2 draft picks who have been not very good at all actually had like really good plays for the first time.
Dude, I heard. Go ahead. Sorry. Good.
So I'm wearing my Darryl Green 20th anniversary jersey because, like a week ago, Darryl Green was just like, man. Basically, it was like Jack Del Rio and the Washington defense sucks because they don't try to like coach up the players. If I had 15 minutes, I could teach it, like get Emmanuel Forbes, make him better.
He said I can fix him.
I think Darryl Green went and
minutes.
visited him.
Yeah.
I think Darryl Green went and visited him, and he was just like, dude, you got 15 minutes?
Get a ball and get out here. I know, dude.
So he may have. Like, he and Quan both had big plays in the game, so.
Yeah, X Factor
We're gonna
has
see
a good
this weekend,
point,
though.
He's good when he's not up against big dudes that can just, like,
and
bowl
he's going to be
over.
going up against big guys like DJ Metcalf this weekend with Seattle Seahawks.
I hate Seattle so much, dude. Ever since they beat us, every random time we make the playoffs, we play them and they beat us in the last 20 years.
I went to did we go to Seattle? I think in 2014. We did a cruise up to like Alaska and all that stuff back then, and I actually saw a vehicle there, and it was like a Ford Explorer that had a huge, at the time, Redskins logo right on the side, like driving through downtown Seattle. I was like, that guy's the military from in this area, and he got stationed out there.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Chin is right, though. There was that one play where he, like, got a breakup or something, and he, like, got up and started flapping his arms, and I'm like, dude, you do not.
He did that, like, 2 or 3 times. It's like, hey, man.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, with all that you've been through, just get up and go back to the huddle. You do not.
Maybe that helps those guys to play that stuff off. I mean, he did reactivate his, like...
Dick's gloves?
Excuse me. I don't know what he had, Instagram or whatever it was.
He reactivated it? Okay.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does this weekend, and I'm not... I know you say that we're going to beat Seattle, going to Seattle, 3 hours away across the country and stuff. But I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Because we're contenders now.
We are contenders now. Speaking of that, though, it was like 95% of the defensive plays. How many people did we rush?
4. And the only sack that we almost got was KJ Henry, right?
Right, and a terrible call. Like, we had one play where we sent 5 that I remember, and we had one play that we sent 6, and I think that was the KJ Henry one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we probably had 1 or 2 more, but it's just another thing that next year when we have, like, a young, smart defensive coordinator, they're going to be able to, actually coach these guys and make it like I think Darryl Green went and spent half an hour with Emmanuel Forbes and just got the stupid stuff out of his system.
Yeah.
I really do. Even if he called him.
Even if he texted him. Dude, I saw this quote from not a quote. I heard this call in on the radio, the post game show, where there was some dude like, Quan Martin did not intercept that at the end of the game. And I'm like,
what was up with that?
I was like, I watched it. I never saw the ball hit the ground. It was like moving around, but then landed on his body. Did you?
Yeah, it never got to the ground. Well, you know what that dude was? You know what was wrong with that guy that called in?
He was a drunk Patriots fan. I also saw an article, and I wanted to ask you about this. I saw an article that was like, the Patriots being all upset because they lost against a team that is obviously tanking by trading away their 2 defensive ends. And I don't think we're obviously tanking, because those dudes, especially Chase Young, has not been living up to what he needs to be doing.
Oh, you mean Chase Young, who said things like, the culture, the vibe is a lot different. I definitely know I'm in a building with winners.
Notice he said he's in a building with winners.
Jonathan Allen and Terry McLaurin and all you guys, Sam Howell, you guys are losers, according to Chase Young.
You are a loser, sir.
And aren't we playing them at home in December?
I think so.
Because I can't wait to see Chase Young run upfield 25 times during the game and run right by the quarterback.
Right? Why Wiley just pushes him upfield?
I mean, Chase Young, this last week, Chase Young has to have looked at Montez Sweat in Chicago and said, how did you get $72 million guaranteed? And I'm sitting here and I don't have a contract.
Dude, because he's not a bust.
Suck. That's why.
Because
you've been a bust.
You've been a bust. You haven't been worth it.
Clowney the second. He's Mario Williams the second.
No, he might turn it around. But who knows? But the 49ers, like people were saying in Discord, are basically renting him for 8 games to try to get into the
because they're just giving us like a conditional 3rd round pick, like one of the extra picks you get at the end of the thing, at the end of the round.
And Ron's hated him for a couple years. He doesn't like him at all. I don't think Jack does either.
I have a feeling a few people on the team probably didn't like him either.
Yeah. He was a great cheerleader though on the sideline. He was always
He was a great cheerleader on the sidelines. And I really wanted to see people what the defensive line could do in this last week. And JDR it's like you can't even tell because he's just running the 4-man front all the time. And they did we have any sacks?
No, the KJ Henry one was the closest thing.
Was the closest one, and we didn't even have that one.
Yep. And they got 3 sacks, but I think a couple of those were like, one of those scrambling and falling down like a half yard behind.
No, and I heard that Mac Jones has the quickest release time of anyone in the NFL. So the person coming after Tom Brady, who probably had the quickest release time of anyone in the NFL before him, that explains some of it. But the big thing is that JDR just wouldn't send a blitz, so we couldn't tell that we had anything wrong. However, the Patriots would blitz 5 and 6 a lot, and they got to our quarterback a lot more. And I'm just watching it going, why aren't you even looking at the team on the other side to figure out how to do things? I swear, it's like the 85 Bears.
Am I wrong? Did the Patriots beat the Bills?
I think they did.
I think they did too. Like maybe even last week.
Yeah, maybe. No, not last week because because they just lost to the Chefs over in Frankfurt.
Oh, okay.
Schnell. I love football. That's the best one. It's like we won't even go into the whole. We are the Commanders. We just got to hear the laugh from now on. It's like him, Joe Gibbs.
Big Net. This is the time on Sprockets.
When we dance. Oh man, that was so big when we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long time ago, dude.
It was a way long time ago. All right, what else are we talking about? Anything we want to talk about with Chase Young? You know what? Yes. Montez Sweat, I didn't think he was going to get nearly that amount, and I'm glad we didn't pay it to him. I'd rather have some picks. But Chase Young, you don't deserve that, dude. I mean, show something. You didn't even get signed on your 5th year option.
Yeah, because you can't listen to directions, apparently.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, like I said,
his teacher always wrote, "Does not follow instructions" on the top of his page. How many times did he get that when he was growing up?
At the top of his report cards, he got like U's for
unsatisfactory for citizenship.
For like classroom citizenship.
Does not follow instructions. Does not stay in line.
Because I mean, he was the 2nd overall pick. He should have been a freaking stud.
Yeah.
And we never saw it. So good luck to him with the 49ers. We'll see. I
mean, he has played a little better this year, but still.
He's okay, but he's not. But I mean, the 2nd round pick should be game changing. He should be a game changer.
Yeah.
Defensive end, quarterback, linebacker, whoever it is, wide receiver, they have to be game changers. And he has not ever been that here. So,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, Big Nut, who is an Ohio State fan.
Bust.
Yeah. Big Nut, Chin, it's time out.
You know who's not a
he's
bust?
supposed to be-
Terry McLaurin.
You know who's not a generational talent? Speaking of Saturday night football in college. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm going to cry on my mom's shoulder because USC has been
Caleb
knocked
Williams?
out of the top 25. Yeah, generational
that's-
talent. He's crying to his
I don't
mom
want that
because
dude.
he lost 4 games.
I don't know
I
anything
don't want that
about him,
dude
but
at
I
all.
don't want him because I've heard a couple rumors. One, that he wanted the ownership of the team, which apparently they denied, he said. And of whatever team drafted him, he wanted partial ownership.
He's
What?
trying to be like Kylian Mbappe in soccer, like get
What?
a piece of the team.
These franchises have been around. They're storied franchises. You don't come in as some kid that's great in college and demand part of a team. So if he said anything like that, I don't want him. And B, he doesn't win a football game and cries on his mom's lap. Dude, I don't want you leading my team.
Yeah, and we don't want Penix Jr. either because he had a good game on Saturday.
Who?
Penix Jr. Penix Jr.
I thought you said something else. dude.
Penix. What do you think I said?
I don't know.
Penix. What's the problem? Penix Jr.
You sound like a little kid with a speech impediment saying something else.
Aminals. Nuclear.
Anyway, what about Penix Jr.?
Penix Jr. does pretty well, but I mean, he's torn like one of his ACLs twice, and he's older than Sam Howell, and he's still playing college football. So I mean, he's got Chris Wenke with one bad knee that's had 2 ACL tears on it.
Chris Wenke.
And number 3, we don't need any of these guys because we got Sam freaking Howell. We don't need Penix Jr. We do not need him.
Dude, I thought that was a nickname for you.
Penix Jr.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
Big E. This is Big E. This is my what is it, son, Little Enos. To call you the bandit.
Oh my gosh. We're losing our already small audience, dude.
Oh yeah. All right, I guess we gotta get back to
All right,
talking about
let's
the
get
game.
back to some
well,
football.
I mean, what else?
Let's get back to some
what else-
football.
So we talked about the game. We talked about Chase Young not being mad about trades to the 49ers. We'll see how it ends up, dude. I hope you do well.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
think that was it.
Hal's gonna light up Seattle, dude. He's on a roll now. 2 games in a row. 2 games in a row, figuring out how to not get sacked so many times.
Well, number 1, you don't
Yeah.
got Nick Gates in front of you.
Number 2, EB's calling more runs and helping you with
Yep.
that and rolling you out more and things.
I want
I
to
wanna talk about.
was talking to him about that.
All right, I started to talk about this and we got on the whole Penix Jr. kick. Terry
Wasn't my fault.
McLaurin in this game had 2 huge plays in a row when we needed it.
He did.
I don't remember if it was a 3rd down, but he came up with a big catch over on the left sideline. And then he caught another, like he moved down the field 2 plays. We got like 50 yards with him. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But it was at a
And
very
Jahan
important
Dotson.
time in the game.
Yeah. And Jahan Dotson had a great game catching the ball in the end zone. Great catch. So,
And I love Terry. That whole
Yeah.
sliding
Terry.
to keep the clock running. That's the kind of player that I like. Like smart dudes that are good and they don't go around trying to own part of the team because they think they're good. Those are the people.
I'm very surprised about that because I mean that is literally like soccer and Mbappe. Like he got a piece of PSG, which is a team in Paris, France, not Texas, and he got a piece of that team. But he is a world superstar in sports. Caleb Williams hasn't done jack. Caleb Williams is 4-4 and is crying on his mom's shoulder because, oh my God, we actually lost some games. We suck.
Oh, hold on. I'm on Yahoo Sports.
Uh-oh.
It says that it was an unsubstantiated rumor
Which one?
about him wanting to own part of the team. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he wanted a piece of the team, and they're just like, "You're a high school kid. Who are you?"
College.
Well, now college, yeah.
Oh, it was Mike Florio that.
Oh, well,
said
dude, he's the worst.
Yeah.
You want to hear lies about sports, especially the NFL and the NBA? Listen to Mike Florio. He's terrible.
Yeah, I don't think this
God,
is true.
he's bad.
If he said it,
That's
not
where
true.
everybody puts their unsubstantiated rumors. They're like, Mike Florio will publish this.
He'll publish anything. All right, so that's probably not true. So let's not spread any more.
Probably
BR.
not true. But I still don't want the guy.
I don't either, but
At
Kenny
all.
Ken does. Kenny Ken loves that dude.
What about Penix? Who would? Penix Jr. We don't need these guys. We have got Sam Howell. And Sam Howell's the guy. He is the guy who's going to light the way.
Yep. I'm starting to become more of a believer, but we'll see what happens when he beats Seattle. And by the way, my prediction for that game from the beginning of the season, according to the notebook, I said we were going to beat the Patriots 42-7, and we'd have 3 picks. I think we only had 1 pick. Is that right? I did say that we would shut down
you were
Zeke,
right about
and
winning.
that's correct. We did shut down Zeke.
You were right about winning, and we did shut down Zeke.
And I said that David Mayo would cause a fumble, and I don't think that happened. Anyway, for Seattle, I said we're going to win 24-7.
That's true. We'll see how it goes. I mean, they got their butts handed to them. Who'd they play? Who did they play last weekend? I need to figure it out.
Seattle? I thought Seattle won. I thought they came back and won.
No, they got lost, dude. They came out here to Baltimore cross country trip to the East Coast, lost 37-3.
They're going to get it.
Now they're going back home. I hope so.
Dude, I've already called it.
I hope so.
I've already called it.
Dude.
Anyway, all right. We need to do our games and kicks, and then what? Get out of here.
All right, yeah. Let's get going on that. Go with the kicking balls first.
Oh yeah, because we won.
Because we won.
Let's see if it works.
We're only one game out of
It's
the playoffs.
time for
We're
this
one game out.
week's Kicking the Balls Award.
This week's Kicking the Balls Award is brought to you by Rid-a-Poo. For all the doo-doo that you do, there's Rid-a-Poo available at True Value and all your favorite local hardware stores on the septic cleaning aisle.
Taylor's Do It Center.
Taylor's Do It.
That's the closest to me. It's only like 4 blocks away.
Limeberry Lumber.
Kicking the balls, huh?
I've got mine already if you want to think about it.
Go for it. Go for it.
Brian
Yeah.
Robinson for fumbling.
That was a big game change, and it's not normal for him to do that.
You know what? While you're thinking about that, something we didn't mention when we were discussing the game, Antonio Gibson had a good game.
Yeah, and I think that's part of Eric Bieniemy trying to figure out what to do with him because he's I mean, as running back, he still can't find the hole a lot of times, but he's pretty good all in all, and he's like he can catch the ball.
Yeah, he can catch.
He's just kind of like a hybrid body. He's like half wide receiver, half running back at this point. So
A
he's
what
trying
body?
A what?
A what body?
What did I say?
You said hybrid body.
Yeah, a hybrid body, like an odd body.
He's a new odd body.
He might be the new odd
Wait.
body.
He's a low, as my daughter would say, a low-key odd body. All right, anyway, that might be the name of this
All right, so
episode,
Brian
Low-Key Odd
Robinson
Body.
fumbled twice last season. Did not lose any of them, and he's fumbled twice this season, and we lost this one.
Yep. So anyway, he's getting my kicking the balls award for that fumble because, yeah. It set us back a few drives.
between that fumble and the pick in the end zone by Sam Howell. As a matter of fact,
It resulted in 7 for the Patriots, if I remember correctly, because they weren't moving the ball at all before that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna give my kick in the balls to Sam Howell for throwing that pick in the end zone. That's like the worst time to do it.
Yeah, that was a
Worst
bad
ever.
pick. That was a very bad pick.
Yeah.
I gotta agree with you. I almost gave him a kick for that, but Brian
thought about
Robinson
it.
got it instead. Thought about giving it to, well, actually, people played not so horribly in this game, so
Yeah.
those are the big mistakes. All right, in the chat room, who's giving out kicks? Let's see. X Factor 357 gives him his kick to the refs in this game. Yes, because, oh my gosh, seriously. They were not good. They haven't been good in years, dude. Let's face it. And the league doesn't make it easy on them by putting these dumb rules in all the time.
They have so many rules that probably don't need to be there.
Hey, CJack17's not listening live, but he is putting in some comments here. All right, let's see.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Chen in timeout is giving his to Forbes for being worse than Mayo and showboating when he's just doing his job. That's good. That's good.
DJ Cool 4 said De'Ami Brown for letting a touchdown go clean through his hands.
Oh yes, dude. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you brought that up because that was another beautiful pass from Sam Howell. And dude, I saw another stat about Sam Howell. It was Pro Football Focus talking about, I forget how they call the stat, but basically big time throws, and they have some kind of criteria that makes what's called a big time throw, and he's like first or second on big time throws this year.
And how many of those have been dropped?
Yeah. Here's looking at you, Jahan and DME.
Yeah, especially DME. Like Jahan seems like he's fixing it, hopefully, but DME is always he's always a 50-50 guy.
We've got Riles in the YouTube room roughing the passer. The ref gets the kick. Yeah, that play, the dumbest, as Brian Mitchell said, one of the dumbest calls he's ever seen. So yeah,
everyone said that. I've seen it. I've seen that call get eviscerated, like in the national press. So, refs suck. The older you get, the more they suck.
Yep. Anyone else going once, going twice in the chat rooms? Plural.
Good kick from Riley.
Discord and YouTube. I guess that's all. Okay. If that's the case, you know what it's time for.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost hit the wrong button. That's not good. All right.
Kick in the balls award.
And now, the coveted and ever elusive Game Ball Award.
How did we come up with coveted and ever elusive?
Ever elusive.
I must have thought about that in my younger days when I had more brains.
Josh might have helped out on that too.
All right, your game ball. Go for yours first.
My game ball goes to Sam Howell. 325 yards, had that awesome touchdown. He's throwing dimes left and right. This guy is the real deal. We do not need another quarterback. Sam Howell.
We are the Commanders.
Ha ha!
Did you just go for the classic kick and game ball to the same guy?
I did. I went for the kick in the game to the same guy. It's been a while since I've done that.
Well, this is going to throw you for a loop because I'm giving my game ball to Sam Howell. Sam Howell, because he looked the part in this game, and that across the body throw and that run. Sorry, you're getting my game ball for that, even though you threw that.
That across the body throw was so Taylor Heineke. Running over to his right, and he threw it back across the field, and you and I, we were on the phone, and we were both like, no!
I just expected it to get picked, so.
And Pringle's like, there was no one around him.
Yeah.
Like, he just got free somehow, so.
Yeah.
I have a feeling when they went back into I don't know. I don't think they actually had a. I think that Ron Rivera actually canceled practice like Monday and Tuesday. They weren't coming back to Wednesday, so I guess off the victory.
Yep. Man,
anyway,
I hope he continues progressing because he's starting to be more fun to watch. I gotta say.
Howell.
All right, let's see.
Sam Howell third.
Who's in here? Let's see here. Game ball, Big Nut. Game ball to Terry because Terry, yes, he had those two plays in a row. He comes in big when he needs to, and then he stayed in bounds. I love that, to run the clock because he's smart, unlike Ron.
Riles said the rookie Forbes gets his game ball.
I'm
Darryl Green, man. Darryl Green went to like his townhouse.
Yep.
Probably called Quan Martin over. It's just like, dude, when the ball hits you in the hands, you got to pick it.
He did play better. And it'll be interesting to see how he does this week. Hopefully he continues to progress. Let's see. DJ Cool 4. Pringle was great. He did. He had, what did we say? He comes in and makes 2 or 3 good big catches a game, and he was good in this game. In fact,
55 with a long of 26, which was that one, that
cross-body pass.
Ugh.
Maybe I'll call this episode the cross-body pass. The cross-body pass is what we're calling
cross-body.
Anyone else? Who else is in here? X Factor 357, Sam Game Ball, and Terry Game Ball for the slide. Okay, he's giving out 2 game balls.
Nice.
Chen in Nova Scotia. His is going to B-Rob. For the fans. Wait, to the fans who helped B-Rob into the stands while in New England. Was nice to see our fans cheering for the team.
I've always called that guy the conductor that sits there because you see him like in the end zone at Jack Ed Cook Stadium.
He's the captain.
And he's the captain. He has a hat with the captain. He has a humongous W like Flavor Flav thing going on. And he's got a flag, like a 3x5 flag, and he's sewn on like the name of every city he's gone to, including like European, like the tie against the Bengals in England, for instance.
Yeah.
So
we follow that dude on. We follow him on. What is it called now?
Twix.
Twix. We follow
Twix.
him on there.
Everyone should be calling Twitter X, formerly Twitter. They should all just be calling it Twix.
Yeah. So yeah, he's cool because he's on there every week, like showing pictures of him like boarding the plane and like getting to the city that he's going to. Yeah, I like that dude.
Awesome stuff.
All right, did I miss anyone? Is that all the game balls for tonight? I think so.
I think that might be it. Do we have anybody else? I think that's it for now.
Nope. Well, then I guess we can round this thing out. Are we good?
Yeah.
All right, let me hit the right button for the outro music. Yeah, here it is.
Outro music.
There it is. All right, I'd like to give a shout out to everybody in the chat rooms tonight. DJ Cool 4, Riles. The outro music is not playing. He's gonna get another timeout. Shannon timeout times 2. X Factor 357. Big Nut. CJack 17. Did I miss anyone? Ian was hanging out over in the Discord, listening in Discord.
Yeah, Kenny Ken was back in there today.
Yep.
He's been busy because he has like 15 kids.
Yep. X Factor 357. Did I say him?
A lot of kids.
Riles.
And don't forget also to check us out on Discord. Tiny URL. .com/Harry HF. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
tinyurl.com/Harry HF.
That's the invite to our lovely little community in there.
You can check us out on Twix as well. Harry Hogg, HARRY. You can email us if you're into that ancient technology. What is that? Podcast?
HHFpodcast@gmail.com. You
Right.
can even give us a call on the old telephone line if you want, 202-735-1788. Anyway, I think that about rounds it out. We'll see you guys after we beat Seattle, which I said the score will be 24-7.
I hope so.
Talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins. And as always, if you see a Cowboys fan, you know what to do.
Because if you watched that game last week, Joker! How did we lose that game?